Beautiful day. Sky falls, you feel like.
Good morning, Petway Patriots, and welcome to our Patriot Pride Pep Rally. Good morning, Mrs. Aletto. Good morning, Paulie. I see Paulie is still taking over in Mrs. Frederico's office. And Paulie, you're looking a little different today. What's that? Oh, that's right. It's also Spirit Day. And our Spirit Day for the month of March was to wear green in celebration of St. Patrick's Day, which we celebrated this past Wednesday. We can't wait to see all of your pics on Facebook showing us how you wore your Patriot green, because you know we're all a little bit Irish on St. Patrick's Day. All right, Petway Patriots, today is Friday, March the 19th, and it is day 2. To help start us off, we are going to throw it over for our Petway cheer.
Another round has just begun. Time for learning and for fun. Here we are to welcome you. Say hello, how do you do? Kindergarten waves hello. First grade shouts hooray. Hooray! Second grade says yee-haw. Yee-haw! Third grade gives 3 claps. Fourth grade raises the roof. Fifth grade leads the rest. They salute. Welcome to each and every one. Petway Patriots are second to none. Yay, Petway!
Because it is March, we are celebrating our trait of the month, which is effort. Effort happens to be one of my favorite traits because that means we are putting a lot of hard work into everything that we do. To tell us a little bit more about effort, we are going to throw it over to our friends, Paul and Pauline.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Pauline.
And this is the Paul and Pauline Show. Today, we're showing effort.
I show effort by practicing my math facts for the quiz.
I show effort by practicing catch for the upcoming baseball season.
I show effort by getting to my Google Meets on time.
I show effort by volunteering to walk my neighbor's dog. Paul
and Pauline
want to know how you show effort.
Thank you, Paul and Pauline. Again, it's so important to show effort in all that we do, whether it's our schoolwork, our sports, our artwork. Speaking of artwork, Mrs. Supran has put together a special clip for us about all of our Petway Patriots who have shown lots of effort with their art projects.
Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Supran back with more art that I can't wait to share with you. So we have been really busy in the virtual art classroom and at Petway in the past month, and I would like to share with you some of the beautiful projects. So our first set of slides are showing work that students created based on the artist Elizabeth Catlett. And you can see that grades 4 and 5 really did an amazing job with these drawings. I'm so proud of what they did. And the next set of slides are sharing with you blue dogs and balloon dogs. And the inspiration for these works of art came from the artist George Rodriguez and Jeff Koons. And both of them did a lot of dogs in their artwork, as you can see. So they did an amazing job on these. And kindergarten did balloon dogs as well. And here we have grades kindergarten and first grade with frogs, and they learned about the artist Claude Monet and the frog named Felipe that lived in Monet's garden. And we have some warm and cool color hand art projects, grades 2 and 3 learned about. And of course, we have to celebrate Dr. Seuss Month. So here are some examples of the projects that students turned in celebration of Dr. Seuss. And I am so proud of the work that you're doing. I want to thank all of you for turning in all of your photos, each art project. And I can't wait to share with you more beautiful art next month. So keep making beautiful art, everyone.
Thank you, Mrs. Supran. I love seeing all of our Petway Patriots and how artistic you all are. Keep up the good work, guys. Since we're putting in lots of effort, sometimes we might need to take a mindful moment. So up next, we're going to give it to Mrs. Smith with our mindful moment.
Hi, Petway Patriots. It's Miss Smith, Petway School Social Worker, and I'm here with another mindful moment. Today, let's take a mindful brain break together. Brain breaks help your mind rest and only think about what's happening right now. They help you let go of your worries and help you feel calm and focused. Find a comfortable spot and take a brain break with me. Today, I'm going to read a book on mindfulness called I Am Peace by Susan Verde, illustrated by Peter Reynolds. As I read, pay attention to the sound of my voice. Relax your mind and your body and be in the moment, giving your brain a break. Here we go. There are times when I worry about what might happen next and what happened before. The thoughts in my head are like rushing water, and I feel like a boat with no anchor, being carried away. I give myself a moment, I take a breath, and then I tell myself, it's all right. I feel the ground beneath my feet and steady myself. And I start to notice the here and the now. My thoughts begin to settle. My mind begins to clear. I am peace. I can watch my worries gently pop and disappear. I let things go. I can say what I feel inside out loud. I know myself. I can share kindness with others. I make a difference. I can hug a tree and thank it for its beauty and strength. I connect to nature. I can watch the clouds make shapes against the sky. I know wonder. I can taste and smell and touch and hear and see what is all around me. I use my senses. I can feel my breath fill my whole body. I tune into me. Now the water is still. I have found my anchor, and everything is all right. I don't need to worry about before or after. I'm in this moment. I am peace. Now I share my peace with others and hope that it is carried away to those who need it. I am peace. Now, take a moment to check on how you feel. Do you feel calm and focused and ready to get on with your day? Try to take a brain break whenever you can to feel your best. Take care, Petway Patriots. Have a great month. Follow the pathway to Patriot Pride and remain Petway proud.
Thank you, Mrs. Smith. I think we're all feeling a little bit more peaceful. Up next, Petway Patriots, it's Patriot Pride shout outs. First up, Mrs. Mongaluso and Mrs. Frederico would love to give a huge shout out to a few of our Petway Patriots. First up, we want to shout out Dominic and Juliana Pace. During the snowstorms that we had, Dom and Juliana went around shoveling their neighbors' yards and driveways without even being asked. They showed cooperation and caring, and we are super proud of them. Another Petway Patriot that we want to recognize is Miss Jalea Rexach. Jalea saw a homeless man and she asked her mom if she could give up her dinner to feed him. She resolved a problem and she was so thoughtful and caring, and we are super proud of her. Great job, Jalea. And last but certainly not least, from Mrs. Frederico and I, and the entire Petway staff, we would love to give a shout out to Connor Malecki. Every year, Connor shaves his head for St. Baldrick Foundation. And this year, with the help of Mr. Sturkley, they raised almost $500 for the St. Baldrick's Foundation, which helps to fight childhood cancer. Congratulations to Connor. We are super proud of you. Thank you to Mrs. Sturkley and her husband, Mr. Sturkley, for helping him out. We are all Petway proud. Some more shout outs from our classrooms. Shout out from Mrs. Armstrong and Mrs. Neary's class for sharing the awesome pollination experiments that they completed at home. Great job, guys. A shout out to Miss Smith and Miss Gruccio's students. C3 has put in so much effort into their learning. They had a great time doing their science experiments together, and they can't wait to do some more. Keep up the good work. A shout out to Miss Perry's 4th grade class for having 100% perfect attendance every single day. You are all attendance heroes. That means that you are here every day, ready, on time. Great job. A shout out to Mrs. Khan's class for participating in our Dr. Seuss special days, reading with rhyme and sight word activities, and also making oobleck, ooh, that's always fun, as their STEM project. Mrs. Holt would like to give a huge shout out to Sarai Ruiz. Sarai was a great help to Miss Ann and Mrs. Mongaluzzo while Mrs. Holt was out sick. So thank you so much. Shout out to Miss Dubois' class for putting in great effort both at home and in the classroom. Keep up the great work. A shout out to Mrs. Napoli's whole class for great attendance each day, and a special shout out to Ezra Montalvo, who's always eager to raise his hand and participate in class. You are doing a great job with your work. Mrs. Napoli is very proud of all of you. Special shout out to Josiah Johnson in Mrs. Hancock's class. Josiah loves to share and always participates in Zoom meetings. He puts a lot of effort into all of his assignments and always tries his best. Keep up the good work, Josiah. Special shout out to Mr. Mark DePalma of Mrs. Mastro's class and Jackson Suey of Mr. Oliveri's class for their technical assistance during Spanish class. Your help was greatly appreciated. Miss Pilla and Miss Dunlap would like to shout out the students in room A4 for continuing to practice mastering their multiplication facts, which is such an important skill, my friends. Learn those multiplication facts. Special congrats to Chase, Anthony, and Jeremy for completing their online multiplication program. Nice job, boys. Special shout out from Mrs. Castellini. She would like to recognize her students in class who keep showing such a great effort in their learning. Keep up the good work. And our last shout out is to Mrs. Gunther Nolan's class for having perfect attendance 4 times so far this marking period. Let's see how many perfect attendance days you can get. Keep up the great work. Petway Patriots, I love hearing all of these shout outs and finding out all the wonderful things you're doing both in school and at home and in your community. So keep up the great work to all of you. Next up, Petway Patriots, we have a special treat from Mrs. Nonemacher. I think this is one of her extra special videos for us. So let's check it out.
Come with me and you'll be.
Hello, Petway Patriots. Mrs. Nonemacher here. It's been a while. So guess what month we're in? We are in the month of March already. It is so beautiful out. So in the month of March, guess what is around the corner? Spring. The flowers start to bloom. It's always beautiful outside. And guess who's coming soon? That Easter Bunny. Don't forget, there's eggs. So I have a question for you. If I drop this egg, would it bounce? Let's find out. So unfortunately, an egg, a raw egg, does not bounce. I'm going to show you in this experiment how to make an egg bounce. So what you will need for this experiment is 1 egg, make sure it's a raw egg, vinegar, a big tall glass, and plastic wrap. So Petway Patriots, you are going to put 1 uncooked egg in a tall, large glass and fill it with distilled white vinegar just above the egg so that the egg is submerged really well in the glass. You are going to keep that egg in that tall glass of vinegar for at least 2 days. So Petway Patriots, after 2 days of soaking in white distilled vinegar, you will notice your egg has some changes. You can see that there is stuff floating on top of the vinegar. That is the egg's outer shell. The vinegar has actually dissolved the egg's shell. So how is it still here if the shell has been dissolved? So after a gentle rinse, this is your egg. It looks like a bouncy ball. So I am going to try to bounce it ever so gently. See how it jiggles? So there you have it, a bouncy egg. So I wanted to take that chance of dropping the bouncy egg as far as I dropped the original egg. I'm just curious. I want to see what happens. So that was really cool. So when I had my egg on the towel, I only bounced it so high because I was afraid it would break. And then I said, well, it didn't break. Let me try it from a higher distance. And it bounced. It didn't break. Just remember, if you do this experiment at home, it may break. So I would suggest doing it first very lightly and watch it bounce, and then make sure you're outside if you want to drop it higher. So now, how about a little dancing? So thanks for watching, Petway Patriots. I hope you enjoy this experiment. That's all, folks.
Great job, Mrs. Nonamacher. That was so cool, and I cannot wait to try that at home. Next up, my friends, we are going to recognize Students of the Month. Our Petway Patriots are recognized for good character and academic success. First up, we're going to start in kindergarten. From Mrs. O'Donoghue's class, Jonas Gonzalez Moreno for responsibility. From Mrs. Dubois' class, Andre Harmon for being a respectful Petway Patriot. From Mrs. Mastro Giovanni's class, Maya Cotto for showing lots of effort. From Mrs. Fury's class, Gabriella Cardona for being a respectful Petway Patriot. From Mrs. Khan's class, Alexis Chapdelaine for showing lots of effort. In first grade, from Mrs. Bell's room, Ethan Bahamandi Reyes for showing good manners. In Mrs. King's room, Peyton O'Donnell for being a responsible Petway Patriot. For showing personal pride, from Mrs. Napoli's room, Yael Feliciano. From Mrs. Ruger's room, Neymar Mendez Vargas for respect. From Mrs. Alexander's room, Connor Stabil for being a responsible Petway Patriot. Moving up to second grade, from Mrs. Armstrong, Mrs. Neary's room, Juliana Pace for encouragement. From Miss Smith and Mrs. Gruccio's room, Catalina Palmieri for acceptance. From Mrs. Brady's room, Aliana Gonzalez for honesty. From Mrs. Castellini's room, Jalea Rexach for effort. And from Mrs. Hancock's room, Sophia Garcia Ledesma for responsibility. And from Mrs. Shropshire's room, Victor Jimenez for showing lots of efforts. From third grade, from Mrs. Holt's classroom, Sarai Ruiz for effort. From Mrs. Kazmierski's room, Aubriana Rivera for personal pride. From Mrs. Mastro's class, Daniela Mazzarelli for effort. From Miss Ocasio L's room, Jalen Costa for being a responsible Petway Patriot. From Miss Pilla and Miss Dunlap's class, Chase Parada for showing personal pride. From Mr. Oliveri's room, Ayana Luna Obajimi for being an encouraging Petway Patriot. Moving on up to fourth grade, from Mrs. Meneghetti, Miss Sturkley's class, Aubrey Dudzik for effort. From Ms. Hesser's room, Chris Cano Hernandez for respect. From Ms. Perry's class, Siani Morrison Maddie for all of her efforts. From Ms. Scarpa's room, Benjamin Proctor Torres for lots of effort. From Ms. Burns' class, Brielle Hayes Troop for being a responsible Petway Patriot. Moving on up to our leaders, our fifth graders. From Mrs. Petrini's room, Farouk Atia for showing encouragement. From Mrs. Bordeaux's class, Desmond Burgos and Isla Feaster, both for showing good manners. From Mrs. Weaver's class, Rebecca Almanza for personal pride. From Mrs. Brooks' class, Leomari Rodriguez for being a respectful Petway Patriot. And from Mrs. Gunther Nolan's room, Robert Malpica for showing this month's Trade of the Month effort. Great job and congratulations to all of our Petway Patriot Students of the Month. All right, Petway Patriots, up next, we are going to have our school pledge, the Pledge of Allegiance, and the school song. With our school pledge is Mrs. Armstrong's class. We have a special guest, Mrs. Gruccio and Baby Will be saying our Pledge of Allegiance, and Miss Perry's fourth grade class will be singing our school song.
We, the students and staff of Petway Elementary School, will work together to create a safe, caring, and positive school. We will be respectful and truthful, solving all problems in a cooperative way, so we can learn and grow together. Please remember to use the Petway Pledge to make good choices throughout the day.
Hi Petway Patriots, Mrs. Gruccio here and Baby Willie, and we're going to be saying the Pledge of Allegiance with you. So everyone stand and take your right hand and put them on your heart, and we're going to salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're a school of love and a school of cheer, a school of love named for someone dear.
Mrs. Petway would be proud, so it's time to shout out loud. We're a great school after all. We're the Petway Patriots. We're the Petway Patriots. We're the Petway Patriots.
We're a
First school.
Great job, everyone. Thank you so much. Mrs. Gruccio, what a cutie pie you have. Baby Will is adorable. And we're so happy that you guys were able to take the time and do that for us. All right, Patriots, this is just about the end of our pep rally. I do want to remind you that we are halfway through the third marking period. We need to stay on top of our grades, make sure we are completing assignments. If you are virtual, make sure that you're logging in every day. Please don't forget your specials. Make sure you visit each of your specials and complete the weekly assignment for specials. If you would like to come back to school 4 days a week, we will be returning at April 19th after spring break. I cannot wait. Both of our groups, A and B, will be together on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So if you would like to come back in person, please have your parent email the school today. Give us a call, email, but definitely contact us by today so that we can get that change happening. We would love to see you all back here at Petway. All right, Patriots, have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a great weekend, and we will see you soon. Bye.
It's a beautiful